And y'all need to start tuning in to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.
Welcome to the Cincinnati Bengal Lion Genius Show. That's right. Before I get into the playoff picks and what do I think is going to happen, let's cover some news. Bengals got their offensive coordinator, Dan Pitcher. I'm fine with that. The guy was obviously a quarterback guru. The one thing I loved about the end of the season after Joe got out was I thought the play calling really improved. And what I liked about it was that they incorporated the running game more, and it wasn't so one-dimensional. I can see with Joe Burrow and all those weapons, it gets tempting just to throw it damn near every time. But when you sprinkle in some runs here and there, I like the tempo of it, the good flow they got going, and it'll be interesting to see the wrinkles that Dan Pitcher brings. I can picture, here's what I picture right now. Zach Taylor being thorough, doing a good job. You know, he's like, God, okay, we're going to bring in this guy, Andrew Dickerson here from Seattle, and we're going to maybe talk to this guy, and big red phone rings, the Burrow line, and Joe's like, yo, put in Dan, click, that's it. So, job well done. So let's see, we're going to have some cohesion and all that, but other big news, and this is going to affect the Bengals. I know all you Buckeye fans hate this guy's guts, but Harbaugh going to San Diego is a problem for the Bengals. The guy can coach, man. Let's be honest. I'm not a college guy, so I'm not caught up in all that stuff, and everybody hates Connor Stallions and his. I don't care. I was shocked that they won the national championship this year, the Wolverines. It was a hell of a job from Harbaugh, and the dude can coach. Come on. So that's important because this AFC, Jesus Christ, can it get any more difficult? I mean, it's just loaded. So you're going to have Harbaugh in there. Then we got young guns like Stroud. So really, as the Bengals roster, these contracts get fatter because they're going to pay Jamar Chase, I believe. And the best window, honestly, is going to be next season. It's all lining up perfect. The key, of course, Joe Burrow's health in the preseason. Now, the reason we haven't had the number one seed, or at least last season in 2022, was that slow start he had because he missed he had his appendix out. That caused that slow start. And that is the issue. It was an issue again this year with the calf. I mean, once he's humming, he's a machine, but it'll be interesting. The guy works super hard. You could tell he was super angry about not being able to play, just disappointed. Christian McCaffrey, I remember he had some injury issues. He started some kind of swimming regimen, so look into that, Joe. Yeah, next year is definitely going to be a key year for the Bengals, but every year we got Joe Burrow. I truly feel we can make it all the way. You got to have a Yahtzee. You got to have the injuries go your way, getting hot at the right time, and a few lucky breaks. That's how you get it done. Playoffs, yes. All right, of course, I got to go with the Detroit Lions. There's no way I'm rooting for the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Niners. I just can't do it. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen here, and now listen up. The NFL, I don't believe is fixed. I do believe it's shaded. What I mean by that is I think the refs, they have a vested interest in the matchups for the TV ratings. Now, think about this. What better story do you have than the Detroit Lions and Eminem dirtballs going against, who do you think? Of course, the lover boy, Travis Kelce. He was out week 1. That goes all the way to the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce's the MVP. The confetti's falling. He gets on the microphone, announces that Taylor Swift's pregnant, and they're getting married. And then right after that, she releases her new hit single. Right? I can picture that happening. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that the Lions, or the Niners, and the Ravens are going to have to overcome a little bit of the referees might get some friendlier calls for the other team. It came out that the officiating crew for the Ravens Kansas City game, they are the number 1 road team officiating crew in the NFL. So just stay tuned and watch what happens. We'll just see. Proof's in the pudding. But I'll tell you another thing. And now all you guys, all you Midwestern boys will know what I'm talking about. If you go outside right now, it is disgusting. It's a combination of mud, ice, snow, rain, sleet. Everything's dirty. Your shoes and socks are wet. It's miserable. Now, every boy knows once you go from that into the heat, when we used to prowl on spring break, we'd be fired up. Our juice would be twice as much, baby. And that's what I think is going to be the difference in this game. The Lions are going to beat the San Francisco 49ers. They just are. And I think I like Goff over Purdy. And Lions are peaking at the right time. I think they're tougher. And they're ready for the challenge. So believe that. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? You know? And let me tell you a little story here. Now, I live in Detroit. I live in Michigan. And I was at one point, I was like, man, I don't want to be, of course I'll be envious if I see the Lions win before the Bengals. Now, I don't know why I became a little weirdo kid that started liking the Bengals, but I was 7 years old. I think it was the Stripes or something. But I'll make this quick. When I was a little kid, me and one of my best friends, Marky, we used to go look for frogs all the time. If you live, you go up north, it was, especially if you're from the city, seeing frogs, it was awesome. So, all right, we're catching all these frogs. Well, one time he catches a big giant bullfrog, and I couldn't believe it, all right? Gotta admit, I was a little bit jealous. I asked if I could hold it, and I didn't let it go, but let's just say I didn't squeeze it tight, okay? It always bugged me. I've apologized since. It got out, but when it got out, I wasn't exactly heartbroken inside, okay? And how that's wrong. That is wrong. I don't want to be that guy. So I am going to support all my Lion friends and family, all their fans that are fired up. They're going crazy around here. And, I'm like, whatever. I'm a Bengal fan. Oh, by the way, I am trying to announce the Bengals pick on day 3 of the NFL draft. They're coming to Detroit. I'm by far the biggest fan in the state of Michigan history, the biggest Bengal fan. Come on, Bengals. I already reached out to you. So this is something to follow. Let's do this, all right? Help me out, Bengals Nation. Come on. I got nothing else to do. Come on. All right. So anyway, that's what I'm pulling for the Lions for this week. We'll see what happens. The Ravens, they're looking good, man. I'll give it to them. But this is another point, is they just announced Lamar Jackson won the MVP. I don't want to hear those guys yapping. I like my man with the On the Banks podcast, good guy. I don't like the Ravens. I just don't want to hear it. That's all. And they were a little too happy when Joe Burrow got hurt on that game. Little bit. Now, I hate the Chiefs, too. I hate them all. And obviously the 49ers for those reasons. And so the only good news of this weekend is no matter what, Mahomes, Lamar, or the 49ers are going to have a broken heart. One of them have to. And that cheers me up. So, all right, we're getting ready. Less than 3 weeks till the Bengals season begins, and I can't wait to wrap this thing up. So, one more thing. In my bid to become a media empire, I am going to be incorporating. I got somebody who likes to do songs. What do you want me to do? We got connections. We all got family. So there will be songs coming up on the channels. You've already probably seen them, or maybe you haven't. Fine stuff. That's it. Hope you watch them. Download them all. iTunes, Spotify. Man, they're jokey songs. I got this beautiful one about the Cleveland Browns fan base. I love it. Here's a little listen to. There'll be links in there. All right. Who there? Be sure to subscribe.
Man, y'all need to start tuning in to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.